Hi, it's Kay here from Firebird Creations. Today I just want to show you how I make some of my paper flowers that I put on my cards. And to that point, I'll just show you how you can make these pretty little flowers. Not quite sure what they exactly look like. I'm sure there is some flower family that they resemble, possibly some form of daisy type flower, but they're dead easy to make. Don't think that you can't make them. I'll just show you how I do it. Right, first of all I use this Stampin' Up punch, and this one's got the 5 petals. So for each of these flowers I've cut 4 of them, so all you need to do, cut out your 4 petals. Then I cut in to each of the, each of the leaves, 2 cuts so that there's 3 on each. Not too, I would say no further than the actual size of the petal. I don't tend to go right into the centre with it. So, yet again, don't worry if they're not equal spaced. No flower is perfect. You might be, but the flowers in your garden certainly aren't, and it all lends to it looking more natural, etc. Now I've used card this time. You can use paper, and when you get to the point where I actually spritz it with water, if you've used paper, it will actually, when it dries, it actually stiffens it up. So I wouldn't use an extremely lightweight paper, unless of course you're doing more layers, but paper or card, that works. Right, now I get my ball tool and I just spin it around. Try and hold the table and the camera so everything's not bouncing until you've got a cup shape. I've cheated. I have done some more. Right, I'll do another one. Just start from the centre, and all you're doing is you're showing the paper and the card that you're in charge, and it's just giving it that little bit of lift. That's like that. Now, like in Blue Peter tradition, here's some I made earlier. Now all I do, getting my pokey tool, poking through the centres, and then I use one of the brads. This is some I've had in my stash. They're not Stampin' Up ones, although Stampin' Up do have. And you've got that. Now all you need to do, you start manipulating it, pushing it in. Now I tend to get a plastic bowl or something just to save you water going everywhere, and spritz it so it's nicely soaked. It'll soften your card up, and squeeze it in as tight as you can. Am I out of focus? Out of the picture again. Right, just squeeze it in. If you need more water, just squirt a little bit more. At this point, I mean, I have before now put some colour into my water so that you can give a hint of colour to your flower. Now all you need to do is move that way. It's gradually, using your thumb, and gently flick out the petals from how you've scrunched them up, So you see how it's gone more, you can see the fibres more in the paper now. And that, just play around with it until you're happy. If you squeeze those in, but if it's damp, you can either leave it to dry naturally or get it to dry using your heat tool, and that will actually stay. See, these are really, they're staying in place because they've been dampened. Now if you want to do a bit of colouring on it, just get your edges like this before you wet them, etc. This is Pink Flamingo, no, Flirty Flamingo, one of the new in colours. I've just been using it on something else and it was still on my pad. If I cut another one, because that's only 3, cut the 4th, snip them round. As I said, very quick, handy to use up your offcuts. Right, so all you're doing again, get your ball tool, one, press it down, 2. I find that it helps to do this as well as scrunching it when it's wet, just to give it more shape to the flower. Being really intelligent, I didn't have, oh, lucky me, got one in my pot at the top. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make your hole a little bit bigger so you can get your pad through. Squeeze it up. Now, as I said before, you can only, it won't squeeze as much if it's dry. So back in your little water bath, give it a good old soaking. Squeeze it right up so it's as though it would be a bud. If you can actually make it like that and put bigger, more petals further out, so you have more of a bud in the centre. Whoops, sorry about that. I need to mark on the table actually where the camera focuses to. Right, and there is one with a touch of pink, which I must admit I rather like. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it wasn't too traumatic for you with the camera bouncing around. I didn't realise that when I started using the ball tool, the whole table plus the camera would start shaking. Obviously I need to attach it somewhere else. So thank you very much. If you're interested, go along to my Stampin' Up shop, and love to see you again. Bye.